Folks, this long line of traffic that you're seeing is something you're going to need to get used to this summer because police are out in full force making sure you are driving safely along our roads and highways. I'm joined by Inspector Joanne Keeping with the RCMP to talk a little bit about the summer program. Now, obviously all year long, the Winnipeg Police and the RCMP are out making sure our roads are safe, but summer months, you guys really crank it up.
Absolutely, and I'd like to include as well Brandon City Police and the small police forces in our province of Manitoba are all a part of the big campaign in making our roads the safest roads in Manitoba, obviously, and the safest roads in Canada. And that's a part of our initiative here today is launching Roadwatch, which is funded by MPI, is extra funds available for police agencies to do the enforcement on our highways of the Big Four. And the Big Four is from our perspective are the impaired drivers, intersections, aggressive driving, speeding, anything that makes it safe for our Manitoba citizens when they're heading out to the lakes in the summertime, being with their families and friends.
Now, I know that these programs have been very successful over the past 3 years. More than 600 drunk drivers have been stopped, which is really fantastic, getting people who are driving unsafely off our roads. Now, I know just as we pulled up, there's some young men had some open liquor in their vehicle, which is a big expensive ticket. You don't want to do that. What do people just need to keep in mind so that they're not, shelling out several $100s to pay for fines that they don't need to get?
I would say is people do the planning for heading out to their cottages and their summer holidays, and that's exactly the same thing that they need to do when they head out on the roadways, is plan. Open liquor and those types of things, that is to be kept apart from the driver. There is a lofty fine, as you mentioned, and it's also about your frame of mind when you're heading out on the roadways. If you're in a panic and you're impatient and you haven't given yourself enough time, you start to make those poor decisions when you're driving, and that's what we want folks to avoid as well, and to plan accordingly. And if you find yourself in a situation that you need to have someone else drive, there's options available for that as well. I mean, there's really no excuse not to plan accordingly and avoid some of the situations that we find folks in on our roadways.
So we will be seeing police officers, RCMP officers out with Roadwatch all over the province all for the summer. Where, I guess you're not going to tell us where we can expect to find you, are you?
Exactly. That's a part of our strategic planning, and
Sorry, really dumb question, to be honest.
But traffic services certainly is a very strategic-oriented unit, and we look at the statistics, we look at festivals, we look at high volume of traffic, we look at our fatal and serious collisions over the last 5 years, and we certainly focus in areas throughout the province of Manitoba to have the biggest impact for the resources that we have.
All right, well, Inspector Joanne Keeping, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Folks, you're going to see lineups like this behind us throughout the summer, but you don't have anything to worry about if you're not doing anything wrong. For Shot TV's Go Winnipeg, I'm Babij.